You have a lot going on being a Division I student athlete. You are expected to perform both academically and athletically. You also want to enjoy college with a social life, prepare for the future with internships or other work-related opportunities, while trying to fit sleep into your schedule. Through your student athlete experience, you have a group of student athletes from your campus to your conference and on a national level to assist and advocate for you. This is called the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. So what is the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and what does this committee have to do with you? On your campus, this committee may be called SAAC, which is the acronym for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. Some athletic departments call it the Student Athlete Advisory Board, or SAAB. Whatever name you might give to this group, it is a group of student athletes whose mission is to interact and support one another, to shape intercollegiate athletics policy, and provide insight to enhance the student athlete experience. SAAC has a voice on campus, conference, and NCAA rules, regulations, and policies that affect the well-being of student athletes. Let's take a closer look to better understand SAAC. First, let's look at your campus. SAAC at the campus level is composed of student athletes from all your sport teams. If you want a voice in decisions that impact you as a student athlete, don't be on the sideline. Ask your coach or an athletic administrator how you can get involved in this decision-making body. SAAC at the conference level is composed of student athletes from each member institution in your conference. The conference representatives work together to discuss what is happening at each school, share ideas and initiatives, and provide the conference office with a student-athlete voice in decisions that impact the student athlete. This can be decisions related to championships, health and safety, time demands, academics, and many more. SAAC at the national level is composed of one student athlete from each of the 32 Division I conferences. These 32 student athletes are your voice and are charged with the responsibility of relaying the student athlete voice in the NCAA governance structure. You might ask, how do 32 student athletes make change and advocate for all the thousands of NCAA Division I student athletes? Well, simply put, when NCAA legislation is proposed, the National SAAC is part of those discussions and vote on the proposal. National SAAC members rely on gaining student-athlete feedback through campus and conference SAACs. The proposal will be provided to the conference SAAC, who then gets feedback from each campus SAAC. The student-athlete feedback then works its way back to the National SAAC, with the National SAAC taking a student-athlete position on the proposed legislation. The 32 student athletes serving on National SAAC, representing all Division I student athletes, also includes representation on all the other communities in the NCAA governance structure. This means not only do you have student-athlete representation on SAAC, but on each NCAA committee, council, and board, there is a student-athlete with a voice and a vote. Why should you get involved? You can provide input on issues facing student-athletes. Give yourself a voice on NCAA legislation. As you can see, you do have an avenue for your thoughts to be heard. Get involved and make your voice heard with your campus, conference, and national SAAC. If you want more information, go to ncaa.org. Ask your SAAC advisor on campus and make sure you know who your conference and national SAAC representatives are.